Hello. Hello.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.
Hey, buddy. How's it going?
Right?
Yeah, I'm good. You?
Means I can't come chat shit to you during the game then.
Oh. We good?
Oh, you commented?
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
mobile commentator.
Roving reporter.
Try not to swear too close.
Testing. Is this one on?
Use the language.
Assuming he didn't answer, that means no. Yours didn't like flash. Yours didn't like flash anything when you turned on it.
I have no idea when it's on or not. On or off.
Might be a problem.
Carly picking both of us up on the mic, or just me?
Testing. Ew. Ew. Ew.
He said my mic should pick both of us up, so.
Testing. Oh,
Good.
hear both of us.
It's just tough.
Looks like the Wolves won the toss.
Yeah, Vikings to kick off here at Druid Park. Game 2 of the season. Vikings in their new black kits, looking very, very sharp. Shout out to King of Shaves, the new sponsor.
Just like Eric.
Just an old man.
Robbie Brumpton really bowing to the corporate sponsors by shaving off his beard. No doubt with a King of Shaves product. So it looks like it's going to be Jacob Shotton to kick off. Back with the team after some time away at university. Lancashire Wolverines have set quite shallow. The return guys are at about the 20-yard line. Seem to be expecting an onside kick here.
Here we go.
And we are off.
Good kick started off Out of the end zone.
Yep. Touchback to start. So Lancashire will start with the ball at the 20-yard line. Vikings defense up first. Pre-game, it kind of looked like Lancashire were going to go with a run-heavy formation, maybe wing T, double wing action. We'll see what.
Looks like the Vikings are going to be in a 4-4.
Yeah, it looks like a 44, cover one. Connor Joyce, who would normally play safety, seems to be playing outside linebacker. Lancashire have come out in a heavy formation.
First play of the game's a run and stopped by Robert Brumpton, number 56. Looks like you got him right about that the line.
Yeah, good start from the defense. Looks like Vikings have got Wolverines pretty well scouted because 44 isn't their usual defense. They would normally play a 43 with two high safeties, but bringing Connor down into the box seems to have been a good adjustment.
Another run on second down. Looks like you go a couple yards here.
Yeah. Robbie Brunton in on the tackle again.
And the QB's under center. You don't really see that much in this country.
Yeah, different approach. Old school, one might say, but effective if those are the athletes you've got. So we got third and about 6. Vikings defense will want to get off the field after a good start.
Another run up the middle. Looks like it's going to be a stop.
Yeah.
Probably about 2 yards.
Yeah, 2-yard gain, but that's going to leave them about 4 yards short for the first down. So I expect to see the punt unit here.
That fake reverse got me. I didn't even see the ball for a little bit. Looks like they might go for it here. No, they're going to punt.
Yeah. So number 3, Dino Vanazza to punt. It's an awful snap. He is. That's a good job from the Wolverines punter. The snap didn't put him in a great position. The pressure was there, but he managed to make something positive happen.
Looks like it'll be about at the 36.
Yeah. Good start from the Vikings defense. Vikings offense take the field. If you managed to pick that up on the mic, that was 21 Connor Joyce voicing his opinion. Always welcome. So yeah, Vikings to start at their own 36, 1st and 10. We've got Misbah Islam in the backfield. Henry Bulmer at quarterback.
4 wide receivers, shotgun to start. See what they do. Some motion. Looks like it's going to be a pass. Pass out to 14. Good little move there.
Wow. Massive gain on a wide receiver screen there. Ross Connolly, number 14, yards after the catch. Wolverines missed numerous tackles on that run. Yeah, so we got We got 1st and 10 at about the 15-yard line for the Vikings.
Another motion.
Got a jet going left. Good block on the edge from Misbah Islam.
Looks like about 7 or 8 yards. Should be about 2nd and 2.
That was Jack Mulholland on the jet there. Good blocking on the edge from Misbah. Looks to be a gain of about 6. So Misbah with the zone right. Makes the first guy miss. O-line working hard.
He might be right around.
Yeah, I think I heard the referee say the ball's at the 1, so it's going to be 1st and goal from the 1. Great start from the Vikings offense here. Number 8, Johnny Mbui's in the game. But he's gone out into the slot, so we've got a 3-by-2 empty formation for the Vikings here. Bulmer to take the snap.
Oh, great pass, great catch.
Yeah, great grab by Jacob Shotton. Knew where the sideline was. Made sure his feet was in bounds as he took the pass from Bulmer. Great start for Vikings, 6-0. Vikings have a tendency to go for 2 when they score, so I expect to see another offensive play here. Yeah, so here we go, 2-point conversion. We've got Misbah in the backfield. We've got Jacob and Jack Mulholland out to the left. We've got Lee Davison and Ross Connolly out to the right. Yeah. Nice in-breaking route from 14, Ross Connolly, and that's 8-0 Vikings.
Good opening drive for the Vikings.
Yeah. Great execution. Touchdown, Jacob Shotton, 2-point conversion, Ross Connolly.
Both thrown by Hunter Ballmer.
Be interesting to see if the Wolverines return unit adjusts based on the kicker's leg. They were far too shallow for the first kickoff, which ended up in a touchback and put them in a bad position to start their drive. They seem to be quite a run-heavy team, so open a field position is going to be big for them. Here we go, Jacob Shotton to kick off again.
There you go, second kickoff. Another good kick.
Yeah. Yeah, another touchback for Jacob Shotton. He's got a great leg. The ability to kick these touchbacks is really going to put the Wolverines offense under a lot of pressure early doors, especially if they can't get that run game going. Watching them in warm-ups, they seem to be quite run-heavy, but if you're going to be run-heavy, you've got to get 3 or 4 yards of carry, otherwise you're going to be punting the ball a lot. Let's see what they come out with for the second drive. I wasn't going to be the one to say it, Drew. I appreciate you, buddy. Special teams is indeed special times. Let's go. So it looks like Connor Joyce is playing down in the box again in what looks to be that 4-4 formation.
AT again. PB under center.
We've got one receiver split out to the left.
Looks like a QB sneak, if I'm seeing that correctly.
Yeah. Looked to be a QB sneak. I think we had 58 Jonathan Alton in on the tackle there.
So you didn't get anything on that too. 2nd and 10.
For the Wolverines to have success with this type of scheme, their O-line need to move the D-line off the ball. They haven't really done a good job of that so far. Vikings D-line setting the platform for Vikings linebackers to be able to make tackles. Got Pete Gannon and Kyle Whitehead at the defensive tackle position, doing a good job on their guys.
That's just a group tackle in the back.
Yeah. Looked like Robbie Brumpton came on a A-gap blitz.
Along with Connor Joyce and 28.
28's Connor Job. So we got 3rd and what looks to be about 8.
It seems like if the D-line's winning the battle down in the trenches this whole game,
Yeah.
might not be such a good day for the Wolves. See if they pass it on 3rd and long. Looks like a reverse. He has some space. Nice.
That's a good tackle by Taylor Walton, number 2. Graduated recently from the Northeast Giants junior side. Good to see that pipeline of talent coming through now.
Looks like that is indeed enough for a 1st down.
Referees are talking about the spot. Think it might be short.
They already moved the
Or did they? When the referees know, we'll let you know. Yeah, it is indeed 1st down. Vikings will be disappointed with that. Good play from the Wolverines, though. Got another handoff to number 4.
He's running the wrong way. He's running the wrong way. And that's Connor Joyce and Connor Job again with a tackle in the background.
Number 4 for the Wolverines is Amar Rambukwela-Gill.
Like a loss of around 15 yards.
Yeah, so it looks to be about 2nd and 25. That's not what you want to see on 1st down from a run-heavy offense. You need to be getting that 3 or 4 yards of carry to be able to move the chains. It's going to be asking a lot for them to convert on this one, I think.
Still would be very surprised.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what 16's got in his locker from a throwing perspective. All runs so far.
Looks like a QB run. Oh, no. QB tried to run it out. Tried to pass it to number 20, but it was overthrown. 3rd and 25 for the Wolves.
Yeah. Number 20 for the Wolves is Mike Ripley, head coach of Manchester Tyrants, who you'll recall, Drew, we beat in the D1 playoffs in 2022. Apologies, Mike, but I had to bring that up. Talk to me later. I can't quite tell from this vantage point if that was a designed play-action pass or if it was a...
It didn't really look like
I need to throw the ball away because I'm about to get sacked for a massive loss. So we got 3rd and 25 here.
Take it down up the A-gap. A couple missed tackles.
Yeah.
46 to the Wolves, gets a couple yards. Nowhere near close enough for a first down.
Yeah, good running there by Mikey Cumming. Uncharacteristic missed tackle from the Vikings. They tend to stick their first tackle. So we've got Jacob Shotton back to punt return. We've got Dino Vanazza to punt again. Hopefully he gets a better snap from his long snapper this time. Vikings looking quite aggressive in terms of looking like they might go for a block. That's 2 special teams plays in a row where the Wolverines have really put their guys in a bad spot.
So it looks like the Vikings are going to get the ball on around...
Looks to be about the 21, 22 yard line.
Yep.
Going in.
Makes their job a little bit easier.
Yeah, and if there's one thing the Wolverines don't want to do, it's give the Vikings good field position. They've already shown they can go from deep in their own half and score in pretty quick order. Hand off to Misbah Islam, running off tackle right. And he's still going. Pushing the pile now. Good hustle from the Vikings offense there. It's nice to see every O-lineman was in the vicinity trying to push and get any extra yards they could. Great running from Misbah. Looks to be 1st and goal.
Around the 5 yard line.
Wolverines going to need to come up with something special here, or it looks like it might be another Vikings touchdown. Yeah. So we had a tray left formation there. There was a tight end on the left hand side. Went back to the same area they scored on the previous one, but just a little overthrown by Bulmer. So we've got 2nd and goal for the Vikings. See me coming out in a heavy formation. We got Jacob Shotton at left tight end. We've got Lee Davison at right tight end. So Misbah's in, but we've got a flag on the play. Let's see what the referees say. Oh, we got a Wolverines player down.
Number 55, I believe, for the Wolves. He looks to be in some pain there. Hopefully he stretches that.
Yeah.
We'll wait for an injury update. We'll see that as well. Recent medical graduate Henry Ballmer checking him out.
Putting that degree to good use.
I don't know if I trust him. But
We've got Matt Logan and Claire Wooding there, the Vikings physio crew.
yeah, they're still checking him out. Looks like it might be a little while to resume play.
Yeah, it's part of the game no one likes to see, Drew, but the guy's in good hands with the guys that are around helping him right now. So there's no 55 on the roster, but there is a 65, Ryan Gould, who's a D lineman. It looks like it may be an ankle, left ankle injury. He's up on his feet now, being carried off by his teammates. Lovely to see. Hopefully it's not too serious of an injury. Yeah, so the flag on the previous play that was a touchdown by Misbah, penalty on the Vikings, 5 men in the backfield. Uncharacteristic mistake from the Vikings offense there.
Pushes them all the way back to the 10. You're looking at 2nd and goal from the 10?
2nd and goal from what looks to be the 10 or 11 yard line from our vantage point, yeah. So yeah, uncharacteristic mistake there, but then they were lined up in a formation I've not seen before, so maybe it was something new they'd put in for this week. Not a lot of reps at it. Just getting score updates on the Newcastle game from General Manager Carl Gibson up in the gantry. Newcastle winning 5-0 against Tottenham, so no need to turn away from this live stream to watch the Newcastle game. You can stay right here. Vikings currently 8-0 up, looking to add to their lead.
It's like the injury man just got off the field, so there should be settlers in play.
Yeah. It is 65 for the Wolverines, Ryan Gould. Hope he's okay. Speedy recovery. Okay, here we go. 2nd and goal from the 10. Vikings coming out 4 wide.
side, number 7 in the back.
It's going to be a pass.
Pass. Wide open is number 17.
Yeah.
Get all the way there, but
No. Good read, good throw from Bulmer. Wolverines secondary really need to do a better job of staying touch tight to the Vikings receivers, otherwise they're going to be in for a long day.
it's like 3rd and goal. Hard to tell from here. Probably on the 6.
Yeah, I would say 3rd and goal from around the 5 or the 6. Given what I've seen from the Vikings offense this season, I imagine this is 2 down territory. So we've got tight end left, doubles to the right, Misber in the backfield. It's a fake.
Henry out to the right.
Oh, Jacob shot and wide open in the end zone for a very long period of time. Yeah. Some communication going on there in the Wolverines secondary. Needed.
Does look like the Vikings are going to go for it here in 4th and goal.
Yeah. Well, 8-0 up, I don't see the benefit in not going for it really. If they don't score, Wolverines are going to have to go 95 yards. And so far they haven't shown they've got that in their locker, but still plenty of football to play. So Vikings called a timeout there. So we've got tray formation to the boundary. Ross Connolly all on his own out on the right. I wonder if that's by design. Corner's playing quite far off, given that they're at the goal line pretty much.
There's a motion, number 17 across the middle to the right.
There's going to be a pass.
Good catch.
Yeah.
17, touchdown.
Jack Mulholland, great leap, great grab. Presence of mind to get 2 feet in bounds. The Wolverines are going to have to really sort out their pass defense, otherwise this is going to get ugly.
It's 14-0 now, Vikings.
Yeah, I expect another 2-point conversion here.
Yeah, you already saw Henry's jogging back into the huddle, getting ready to go for 2.
So we've got Jacob shotting out to the left. We've got Ross Connolly and Jack Mulholland out to the right. Misber in the backfield, tight end on the right as well. Tight end's number 18, Andy Watts.
Looks like it's another pass.
Yeah.
Another completion. Henry, another 13. Good.
Henry Bulmer's just playing pitch and catch with his buddies right now. There isn't a single Vikings receiver that isn't open, seemingly. Great start for the Vikings on offense, 16 to zip. Still in the first quarter.
See if we can get another touchback here.
Yeah. Jacob's got them in his locker all day long. I think if they kick it short, it'll be by design. Head coach Bryce Stevenson having a bit of a chat with Jacob. May see something different here.
And you can look, you kick it 20 yards to the right or left.
Yeah. By alignment, the Wolverines are giving up a lot of space that the Vikings can exploit with some directional kicking. Middle line of the kick return unit, sorry, are quite shallow. Yeah. Yeah.
can't hear one of you. Can you say which one? Or you just
Is this any better?
which people which messaged into that when the mics is off.
Okay.
Right, yes.
Great work by the Viking special teams there, pinning the Wolverines back on what looks to be their own 12-yard line.
Yep.
So a net gain versus kicking a touchback there. So one high safety again from the Vikes.
It's like another run up the middle.
Yeah.
From the running back.
They're trying to get that misdirection run going. It's fooled us a few times as to who's had the ball from our vantage point, but Vikings don't seem phased by it, shutting it down, playing disciplined. They've really only given up one big run so far this game, which I know they'll be furious about. Such as the high standards at the Vikings. But yeah, 2nd and 9. Wolverines look to be spreading it out a bit. Looks like we've got trips to the left for the Wolverines, right as you'll see it on camera.
Like another run out.
Back to the run again. Looks like a big tackle for a loss.
Connor Joyce, 21.
Yeah. Jonathan Alton in there as well.
Bringing us to about 3rd and 13, probably.
Yeah.
Back on their 8. Looks like a reverse.
Yeah.
Number 10's got the ball. It's a missed tackle by 52, but number 2 takes him out.
Yeah. So it's a
They're
run,
only going to get a couple yards there.
run there by the tight end, David Band. Fourth and 11, it looks like. Out comes Jacob Shotton for the punt return. So 2 bad snaps in a row from the Wolverines on punt. They're in a position of the field where they really can't afford another error. Vikings crowding the line again.
See if they get this punt off. Good snap this time. Not a bad punt either.
Jacob to return.
Got some space.
Danger in the open space is Jacob. Jacob Shotton.
Looks like about 20 yards.
Yeah, it looks like it's been returned to 6 yards away from where the ball was snapped. Flag on the play.
Looks like there's a little yapping between the two.
Yeah.
That's what makes football great.
Number 2, Taylor Walton there. Looks to be an unsportsmanlike conduct. Coach is trying to calm him down. He clearly feels it wasn't the right call. Referees do a tough job, as we know. But we've got to respect the referee's call. And yes, I did just say that, Drew.
Hey, if the refs are calling something, I'm all for it.
So Vikings will now start on around the 33-yard line going in. Looks like they've got Andy Watson at tight end again on the left. Jacob Shotton and Jack Mulholland split out on the right. Johnny Mbui in at running back. Motion from Mulholland.
Palmer to drop back.
Yeah.
What is that whistle?
Seems to be an early whistle there. Commentators curse on the referees there. Yes, they do a difficult job, but sometimes they don't do the best job either. Seemed to be a very early whistle there.
They're saying his knee was down for about 7-yard catch.
Well, we'll let
Run after the catch.
we'll let the film tell the story on that one when we see it. So that's going to bring back what looked like it might have been a touchdown for a gain of about 5 or 6, which still isn't bad. Very productive from the Vikings offense so far.
Looks like 2nd and 5.
Yeah. Wolverines secondary cornerbacks are playing quite far off, which is opening up that screen game. But if you're playing that far off, you should really be touch tight if the routes go deep, and they haven't so far been able to do that either. Bit of a mismatch there, it seems, which we know this offense will. Johnny in the backfield, Jack in motion again. So we got a handoff to Johnny, running off tackle right. Got blockers out in front. That's a great run from Johnny. I'd expect nothing less from Johnny and Bowie, but great run, great hustle from the O-line.
Looks like it's about a 15-yard run.
Yeah. Again, a lot of joy off tackle to the right-hand side. Misba's broke quite a few big runs. Johnny with one there.
Looks like it's almost going to be 1st and goal.
Yeah.
We have them right around 11.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. Vikings 16-0 up. Looking to add to that lead.
Seventeen wide open. Now he goes to the right. Henry goes to the right. Almost a one-handed catch.
Yeah. Slightly overthrown ball, but Ross would have backed himself to bring that one in. But once again, wide open from a DB that give him a cushion of 5 or 6 yards. They're just running past them at will at this point. Wolverines need to either adjust their scheme or adjust their personnel out there because they're just getting mismatched right now. The Vikings offense know it. So we've got trail left formation for the Vikings. It's a handoff to Johnny up the middle.
Oh, that's a good stop by the Wolves right there.
Big stop by number 72 for the Wolverines. Former Northumberland Viking, Connor Rimington.
Looks like they're going to get pretty much nothing on that. It's about 3rd and 10 still.
Connor Rimington, a product of Leeds Becker Carnegie University. Played some football at the Vikings back in 2018.
Back when you were head coach. Yeah.
Back when I was head coach, yes. Part of that team that almost won the promotion game against Leicester Falcons. But that was 2017. But yeah, big Connor in the middle there, making a nuisance of himself. Got motion from Jacob Shotton. It's a jet to Jacob running off tackle right.
Tackles.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like he's going to get there, though.
If the Wolverines could stick their first tackle, this might be a different game because they're getting into the right spots to make the stop. They're just the first guy's missing.
Yeah. Does look like the Vikings are going to go. Look at about 5-6 yards.
Yeah. So we've got fourth and 6 at about the 7-yard line with a 2-score lead. There's no harm in going for this. We've got Misbrin at running back. We've got Jack and Jacob in a bunch out to the left. We've got Ross and Lee in a bunch out to the right. It's going to be a pass. Oh, Henry's decided to take off running. He's got blockers. Yeah. Great score from Henry Bulmer. Great score from Henry Bulmer there.
What's up, good?
How's it going?
It's guilty. Oh. That makes it 22-0.
Yeah, 22-0 Vikings with what looks like a 2-point conversion to come. It looked to be a design pass. Henry didn't like what he saw, took off and scored with his feet. If the Wolverines have scouted the Vikings, they'll know that Henry's got that in his locker.
His favorite move. Take inside, go outside. Number 7. He's going to get stopped, though.
Yeah.
Good job. You're going to hit a motherfucker in the mouth right now. They're not going to make it. It's going to keep it 22-0.
Yeah, I think Misbah would probably want that one back if he could have it. There seem to be holes open by the O-line, but I don't think he made the right read. Good stand from the Wolverines, something for them to build on. I think that's the end of the first quarter.
Yep.
Vikings 22, Wolverines 0. Vikings to kick off to start the second quarter.
See if they pick a little pocket again. If they're just going to beat it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the Wolverines adjust, or if they adjust. I think the Vikings have demonstrated that there's definitely benefit in keeping the ball inbounds and getting down there and making a tackle.
Doesn't look like the Wolves are adjusting though.
No, it doesn't. I think the returners are a little deeper than they were, but that second line is right up behind the first line, which, yeah, there's advantages and disadvantages too, but I think knowing this special teams unit, this kickoff unit of the Vikings, they're going to look to exploit any open space, of which there is currently quite a bit. So Jacob shot in the kickoff. Vikings look like they've already rotated some guys in on kickoff. Yeah, we're going to the high hanging kick from Jacob. Yeah.
Looks like it's
Recovered by the Vikings.
Yep.
Oh, we have a flag on the play.
Looks like it might be a late hit on the Vikings.
Yeah, I couldn't see from this angle, but if the Wolverines kickers signaled a fair catch and they've gone in and contacted them, that may be what the flag is, but we'll... Looks like Taylor Walton's being flagged again for a late hit.
Somebody hit
Okay, so the ball is going to be with the Vikings, but 15 yards further back than where they would have liked to have had it, thanks to the penalty on Taylor.
We can return it onside kick. I know.
So in games like this, where the Vikings are having it all their own way, these penalties aren't really hurting them as much as they might later in the season in the games that matter. But discipline is key in the games that matter.
Looks like it's going to be 1st and 10 on their own 35.
Yeah. In and around the 35-yard line, yeah. So number 20, Mark Langs, checked into the game for the Vikings. We got pass. So a nice short pass there to number 87, Jonathan Shinner. If the Wolverines are going to keep sitting off 5 and 6 yards, those passes are going to be on all day.
Yep. But I only got a couple yards off at 3, 4.
Looks to be about 5. Second and 5 at about the 48-yard line. I don't think the Vikings have had a negative play on offense yet, aside from penalties, which is good to see. O-line are doing a great job protecting the quarterback, making holes for the running backs.
There we go, motion out. Henry dropping back.
Oh,
Looks like he's going to run it. He's going to run it. Little juke.
He's running for the sideline. Great run by Henry Bulmer there.
Looks like it's going to get yards.
I think he went out at around the 31-yard line.
Little shake and bake.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are like actually on the issue, wasn't it?
We are.
Hey.
Yeah. Henry Bulmer there once again showing his wheels.
Looks like you got 5 wide receivers right now. Empty back.
Yeah. We got empty to the boundary side.
Another pass.
Yeah, catch by Jacob Shotton.
Looks like it's going to be enough for a first down.
Yeah. Yeah, good flow from the Lancs defense. They seem to be growing into the game a bit more as it's going on. It's just a shame it's took them 3 scores to really get moving, but good hustle to the ball there. So we've got 1st and 10 at the 20. So we've got a handoff to Johnny, running up the middle. Lovely jump cut there.
Looks like it's going to be right around 10 yards.
Yeah. I think they may have him half a yard short of the first down. No, they've given it. They've given the first down. Yeah, 1st and goal from the 10. The down box currently says 2nd down, but we'll get that figured out. There we go. Vikings O-line doing a great job again there, opening holes for the running backs. Vikings have got a stable of about 5 good running backs now.
Looks like we got trips out right, some left. Flag for something.
Delay of game on the offense. Uncharacteristic mistake there, but
Quick.
yeah, that play clock seemed a little quick, but who are we to question?
The refs are always right.
They are, even when they're not. Here we go then, first and goal from the 15. Jacob Shotton's out on his own to the left. We've got Mark Lang in motion to the right. It is going to be a pass. Henry Bulmer across the middle.
Doesn't really matter though.
Yeah.
Looks like a little PI on his arm back.
Yeah. Great catch by Jonathan Shinner. He was being PI'd, pass interference. I think the DV knew what was coming and he managed to bring the ball in anyway.
Another touchdown, Vikings.
Yeah.
28.
That's 28 zip with a 2-point conversion to come. Got more condensed formation this time.
One running back, wide receiver out to the right. It's like 2 tight ends.
Yeah, 2 tight ends and a wing back. Hand off to Johnny.
Ooh, that's going close.
Yes, he did look to be in. Vikings O-line doing a great job there again.
30-0. Vikings.
So that's 30-0? Yep. 30-0 Vikings. A couple of minutes gone in the second quarter. Vikings O lineman number 68, Keith Kitchen, with the assist on the 2-point there. Give Johnny a little bump into the end zone.
See if they do a little on-front kick here again. I honestly don't hate it. The Wolves have not adjusted yet again.
No. And when you're kicking into the wind like Jacob is, hanging one up high isn't the worst call in the world, especially when you've got athletes on your kickoff unit. Yes, it's a high hanging kick. Wow, Liam Wooten with a rocket of a flag there from the sideline. That flag's gone a good 30 yards. I don't know who he was aiming at, but that guy's got a cannon.
I don't think that was 10 yards. It's going to be refs are all huddled up, just waiting for the call.
It'll be interesting to see what referee Liam Wooten saw from the sideline that prompted the 40-yard flag throw from his vantage point. But
No, he shot off one there.
yeah, yeah. Wolverines players trying to influence the call from the ref there. The ref's having none of it.
I feel like it's supposed to call it either went 10 yards or did it.
Yeah, you would think so.
Here we go. Here's the ball. Can't really hear him, but it does seem like that was legal touching 15 yards.
Yeah.
Again, I believe.
We'll see. Head coach Bryce Stevenson having a conversation with the referees. You can tell from his body language it's not going the way he perhaps might want it to. Seems to be keeping his cool though.
No, it looks like the offense is out. 15-yard penalty.
A 30-0 open, an aggressive call, but I can't say I wouldn't have called the same thing myself.
I mean, if it works once, right?
If it's working, if it's working, ride it till it don't work no more. But Wolverines in Vikings territory for the first time this game. Let's see what they can do with it. I think for the neutral, a Wolverine score would be most welcome. I know from a Vikings...
They've shown flashes that they have it. Just
Yeah.
not consistent.
Yeah. They need to string like 3 or 4 good runs together, get a first down.
The problem with running it every single time is you just stack the box and do the Vikings.
Yeah. And you're taking time off the clock that you now don't have, being 30-0 down.
Yep. Here we go. Still a run up the A-gap.
Good push from the O-line this time, though. You love to see it. Connor Remington leading the way there.
Looks like that was a tackle by number 99.
That'll be Tom McHale, defensive tackle. Long-time Vikings player. Looks to be about 2nd and 4. So there's the 4 yards of carry this offense needs. To your point earlier, Drew, it'll be good to see if they can keep that going, make this game interesting. So they've split a receiver out to the right. Going back to the well again with that middle run.
He doesn't get anywhere this time.
No. It's a difficult one for offensive coordinators in this scenario because you have some success on first down and the temptation to run it again is there, but a good defense, which this Vikings defense is very good, they're going to expect that and shut it down. They managed to get what looks to be about 2 yards on it, so we got third and about 4 yards.
They're going to continue the tradition. It's probably going to be a reverse.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Nope, run up the middle again, but he's got nowhere to go. Oh, he found a little space.
Yeah. He bounced off the first tackle. Connor Joyce wrapped him up.
It's going to be close. It might be a first down.
Yeah, the chains are moving. So Connor Joyce making up for an error there on the Vikings defense. I think that's the first time in a while the first hit from the Vikes hasn't brought the guy down. Connor playing out of position today, a little down in the box, but a really solid tackler. Got his buddies out of trouble there. So here we go, 1st and 10 Wolverines in Vikings territory.
Out at the 28. Another run up the middle. I mean, if I'm the Vikings, I think I'm pinching pretty much every play at this point.
Yeah.
They're going up A gaps.
Mikey Cumming, the fullback there. He's had 3 or 4 good runs in a row. We've got Tom McHale looking a little banged up coming out.
I would just set my DNs to contain.
Yeah.
And I would just shoot up those A gaps.
Yeah, we seem to be getting a bit of a heavier package coming in here. Big 97, Pete Gannon, the defensive tackle. Robbie Brunton, 56, coming in at linebacker. I think the Vikings had rotated some guys in with a big score and have gone back to what looks like their starting defense just to make sure this drive comes to nothing.
Oh. Went on 2 and Vikings fell for it.
Yeah.
That might be enough for them for first down.
Yeah, and you've got to think in what looks to be 2nd and 4 territory when it's a 5-yard penalty for an offside. You've got to kind of expect that. Again, discipline from the Vikings, eyes on the ball, go on the snap of the ball, basic football.
That was a mistake they had last game too. They did that about 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. It's something I'm sure D-line coach Scott Kersey will be hammering into his guys at halftime. It's fundamental football. You know, we've both coached D-line a lot. It's one of the first things you work on.
Yep.
Movement off the ball.
Oh, it looks like 56 in the Wolves this time. Win.
Yeah.
They're going to get those yards right back.
Yep. So Kurt Delafield there, the O-lineman for the Wolverines, getting a little dancy. Oh,
Here's the 3 p.m.
Yeah.
text.
Yeah. So apologies if that's picking up on the mic. That's the 3 p.m. nationwide warning going out. For what, I'm not sure.
I think it's just a test. But for the Wolves, you hate to see that. They had at least a little bit of a run going.
Yeah. They need 4, 5, 6 positive plays in a row.
Well, now they're looking at 1st and 15.
Looks like the QB's going himself here with a big push from behind.
You know what? A QB sneak on 1st and 15. You don't see that too often.
No. QB number 16, Benito Tarantino, team captain as well, trying to put the game on his back. It'll be interesting to see what he's got in terms of a throw in his locker. Very run heavy. So far, I think we've only had that one throw that was a bit of a broken play.
Yeah. Got about 4 yards on that, though. So we're looking at 2nd and about 11.
Yeah. Be interesting to see if Vikings adjust and either, like you say, pinch the D lineman or put an extra D lineman on the line.
Yeah.
So far, the linebackers have been able to pick up the work, but having an extra guy with his hand in the dirt is probably not a bad option here.
Looks like Robbie's middle linebacker is going right up the middle.
Yeah. So we've got a reverse to number 10. Connor Job with the tackle.
That's good discipline, just waiting there, containing that edge.
Yeah.
And then when it cuts back, makes a coach happy.
Yeah. There's nothing worse than one of those misdirection reverses when everybody's looking at each other and the guy's got a wide open space to run in.
Yep. Good discipline by the Vikings. We're looking at still about 3rd and 11.
Yeah.
And we got a timeout, I believe, Vikings.
Yeah, so we got Bryce Stevenson, Scott Kersey out on the field there talking to the defense. They do need to stop that inside run if they can, because you imagine the Wolverines are going to keep calling it if it's getting them positive yards.
I mean, I feel like if you're the Wolverines, you got 2 downs here.
Yeah.
I would like to see a pass on one of them, but we'll see if they have anything else up there.
Yeah. Their backup quarterback today, number 1, Nathan Baker, a former Northumberland Viking, has a decent arm. I don't know what Benito's arm is like. We haven't really seen it. The first pass was on the run in a broken play, so I don't really want to judge him on that. But against this defense, you need to present more than just a run threat. You need to be able to threaten the pass. Otherwise, eventually, the Vikings are just going to load the box. And I think looking at the 2 respective sidelines, the Vikings have got more reserves to pull from if they need to. So stacking the box all game's probably not going to work for the Wolverines, but let's see.
Another run up the A-gap.
Yeah.
I mean, fair enough. They didn't get that first penalty. Looks like they'll be pretty close. But
Yes, that's Mikey Cumming again up the middle, the big fullback.
looking at 4th and 5.
Be interesting to see what they go for here. I don't know if they've got a field goal unit, but my temptation in this game might be to get points on the board. They've took a timeout to have a talk about it. QB's going over to his head coach to have a discussion. Yeah, I think if it's me in this situation, Drew, I'm probably kicking the field goal, so I've got some points on the board, give a bit of confidence. What are you calling in this scenario?
I mean, you're down 30-0. I'd probably be a little more aggressive, but at the end of the day, points are points.
Yeah, yeah. I think they just need something to kickstart their offense. They've clearly got the personnel they need to run this run-heavy offense. Whether they can hold up all game with what looks to be minimal substitutes, we'll see. Vikings look like they could rotate an entire second-string defense in if they needed to, which is great for the Vikings. The recruitment in the offseason has been fantastic.
I mean, the A-gap is working half the time at least, so
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised if they try it again, but coming out on the field now.
So looks like they need about 5 yards. I guess the positive, if they don't get it, is the Vikings will be starting from deep in their own territory, probably deeper than they've started so far, but their offense has shown that they can grind yards with relative ease, so I don't know how much of a factor that'll be. So we've got number 7 split out to the right once again.
Looks like Robbie's going to blitz at the middle, number 56 for the Vikings.
Oh.
He's going to go in the wrong gap, and it looks like he might have got it.
Yep.
Yep.
Big Mikey Cumming, the fullback there again.
That's a problem with blitzing middle linebacker. You pick the wrong gap.
Yeah.
Wide open.
Yeah, a strong blitz from Robbie Brumpton there, but yeah, the wrong side air gap.
Looking like 1st and goal, probably around the 4.
Yeah. I think in that scenario, okay, Robbie maybe picked the wrong gap, but I'd like to see better flow from everybody else. At this point, we know what's coming. We need to just crash the middle of the field. Once he got through that initial first contact, he seemed to have 3 or 4 yards of open space to run into. And that's put them right down threatening the Vikings goal line.
Looks like QB sneak.
Yeah, Tarantino's keeping it.
One of the Vikings got there pretty quick.
Yeah, that's number 18, Andy Watts.
Looks like he got a couple of yards, but not enough for the touchdown.
Andy Watts playing out of position there. He's a right tackle, I believe, by trade. Left tackle even, sorry. Plays for Great Britain at that position, but currently in an eligible number. He's been playing tight end and now lining up at defensive tackle. When you need a guy, right, Drew?
Yeah, it's grit ball. You play every position.
Okay, so the split out receiver's gone out to the left now. No receiving threat out to the right.
I mean, if I'm the Wolves, I'm just going to QB sneak it 3 times in a row. He'll get there.
Yeah.
He's getting at least a yard or 2 on each one.
Oh. So you
QB and running back run into each other.
Yeah. So he handed it off to Mikey come in there, but they got in each other's way. Tackle for what looks to be a loss. Wolverines not doing themselves any favours at the moment. Again, a positive play there, probably scores or at least threatens the goal line. Another timeout to talk about it here. Third and goal.
I mean, 3rd and goal, I feel like you either got to try something or you just got to sit there and you're just taking the A-gaps 2 times in a row.
Yeah. If the Vikings aren't going to adjust and shut that down by formation or at least by play call with some pinch and D linemen, then yeah, you've got to keep running that. Robbie Brumpton filling the A gap. It's he's great at doing that. But as we saw a few players before, you have 2 A gaps and you can't fill both of them.
Yep.
But filling it with some D linemen may be the call here. But we'll see. We'll see how the Vikings adjust.
Here we go. Wolves coming back out.
If I'm the Wolverines, whether it's Benito Tarantino, the QB, or Mikey Cummins, the fullback, I'm finding number 72 on that line, Connor Remington, and I'm running behind him. Because that guy is a problem. Spent some time playing out in Germany. He's played to a very high level. Won a national championship with Leeds back at Carnegie. Yeah, I'm finding 72, and I'm hitching my train to his wagon.
Which is surprising they don't put him as. Oh, he is a guard.
Yeah, he's in a left guard there. But most of their running has been in the right ear gap.
Looks like quarterback's taking it out.
Yeah.
On the wheel. He's not going to get there, though. He's stopped by.
I think it was 32, the cornerback. Ben Jefferson. Ben Jefferson was in there.
I think that was 14. Yeah,
I think Taylor Walton, number 2, might have been in and amongst that as well. Back on the game.
44.
Oh, 44. 44 is Joe Mitchell. Taylor Walton back in the game now after his 2 unsportsmanlike penalties. Be interesting to see if he can keep a lid on things, playing a little bit too over the edge.
Looks like that run was a loss for about 2 yards. So we're looking at 4th and goal around the 7.
Yeah.
At this point, I probably agree with you. I'd probably take a field goal.
Yeah. And you've got to come out of this drive with something positive, and if it's not going to be a touchdown, 3 points on the board gives you a bit of something to hang your hat on, something to build from. But no, it looks like they're going to be same formation.
They must know something we don't.
Yeah, there's that reverse. Robbie Brumpton shutting that down.
Great tackle. Turnover on downs. Vikings ball.
Yeah.
Great sack by Robbie. Some might say he's getting a little too old, but that might prove a little otherwise.
Yeah, plenty of life in the old dog yet. And the great thing about Robbie is anyone that missed that play will hear all about it numerous times after the game, and for probably the coming weeks until the next game. We're only kidding, Robbie. We love you. So Vikings start at about their own 11-yard line. This is the deepest into their own territory they've started so far. But again, they've been cranking out yards at will.
You have to think that drive took up a lot of time too. So
yeah.
You got to be closed in on halftime here. Henry's dropping down.
Loads of time in the pocket. Great work by the O-line. Great catch by Jack Mulholland. Oh, looked to be a bit of a face cage there.
Yeah, it was definitely a face cage.
No flags from the referees.
Just called a little head down.
Yeah. Those type of penalties where player safety's, compromised, you definitely want to see those flags. We can argue holding flags all day, but there definitely seemed to be a jerking motion from the head.
That's going to be 1st and 10 and around the 35 again, so it's about a 20 yards.
Yeah. Jack Mulholland is really fast with ball in hand.
Ball was thrown a little low. It was a great catch.
Yeah. O-line give Henry loads of time in the pocket, and again.
Henry's number 87, going to go out of bounds, probably right before the first down.
Yeah. Which is great, because if there isn't much time left in the quarter, that stops the clock.
Yep.
Opportunity for Vikings to score once more before half-time. Looks to be about 2nd and 2. Haven't been many deep shots so far, Drew. I know Henry's got that in his locker when the conditions are right, but it'd be interesting to see if they try and go deep to score before the half.
Ooh, it almost looked like offsides, but no penalties. Henry's got some time. Can't find anyone open.
Yeah, looks like he's taken off. Yeah.
Should be enough for a first down, though.
Oh. Henry looks like he's pulled up a little bit, jumping out of bounds there. Limping a little bit. So we've got 1st and 10 at about the 40-yard line. Looks to be a pass again. Oh, picked off.
Underthrown by Henry, picked off by number 24 for the Wolves.
Yeah.
Good play for them. That was actually
number 24 there, Robbie Green.
good.
We've been quite critical of their secondary player, but
Yeah, he locked him down.
Locked him down. Slightly underthrown ball by Henry. I wonder if that leg injury on the previous play was a factor in that, but thrown into the wind as well. But great turnover for the Wolverines.
Yeah, gives you something a little excited to be about.
Yep, absolutely.
It's going to be Wolverines ball about in the 23. Don't have a clue on how much time is left, but you think if they run it every down, they're probably not going to be able to.
I don't think Vikings took much time off the clock because every pass ended up out of bounds. But yeah, the last Wolverines drive was a long one. Obviously very run heavy. Same formation again. Hand off to the fullback.
Pushing the pile.
Yeah. Good work both sides of the line. The Wolverines line trying to push the pile. Vikings standing strong.
I think it's about a 10 yard.
Yeah. So we go 2nd and 10 from the 23. Will we see a pass from the Wolverines before halftime? Oh, it looks like we will.
Pass.
Looks like we will.
I saw the pass for the ball.
You guys have to pick number 50.
Connor Joyce there with his 50th interception for the Northumberland Vikings.
That's number 50 for Connor.
50th interception for Connor. Connor can retire now. 50 was the number.
He dropped one at the end of the game last week.
Yeah.
We wouldn't let him get down for that. So.
He was very hard on himself for dropping an easy pick in the last game, but great work there. I mean, the Wolverines quarterback Has a lot of range on his passes.
Yeah, it really was not a bad pass.
It'd be interesting to see if they try and throw the ball a bit more in the second half. But yeah, interception number 50 for team captain Connor Joyce. Been with the team since its inception in 2014. That's a great achievement. Pass to Ross Conley. Ross Conley runs over the first tackle.
Should be enough.
Yeah, I think that's a first down. Once again, the first contact from the Wolverines isn't enough to bring the guy down. That's the difference between a 3 or 4 yard gain and what looks to be a 10-yard gain. Vikings take a timeout to talk about it. So I've just heard there from the referee, 11 seconds left in the half. I know the Vikings will want to try and score again before half time.
I feel like you got 2 plays.
Yeah, there's a strong wind blowing into the face of the QB, Henry Bulmer. Obviously, he'll be conscious he threw a pick on the last drive. Throw from Bulmer to Jack Mulholland.
Good stop.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Bryce Stevenson quite rightly remonstrating with the referee. It looked to be another face cage there.
That half?
A lot of contact after the whistle as well, which the Vikings were flagged for previously. Yeah, and that appears to be the half. So half time here at Drew Park, Vikings 30, Wolverines 0.
See you second half again.